Imagine a world where machines think like humans, where lines of code dream and silicon hearts learn for centuries. This was just a fantasy, a whisper in science fiction stories. From Mary Shelley's Frankenstein in 1818, a tale of creation gone awry, to the iconic robot Maria in 1927's Metropolis, and the chillingly calm HAL 9000 in 2001, A Space Odyssey. We've been obsessed with one question. Can machines truly think? This isn't just a story from a movie. It's the story of how that fiction became our reality. Our journey begins in the 1950s, a time of post-war innovation. A brilliant mind, Alan Turing, proposed a simple yet profound idea, the Turing test. If a machine could converse with a human so convincingly that the human could even tell it was a machine, could we then say it was intelligent? This question lit a fire. In 1956, at the Dartmouth Conference, the term artificial intelligence was officially born. It wasn't just talk. Early programs like the logic theorist and the general problem solver emerged, proving that machines could, in a limited way, solve problems and reason. The dream of thinking machines was finally taking its first steps. But the initial excitement didn't last. The 1970s and 80s brought on what's now called the AI winter. The promises had been too grand, and the technology of the day just couldn't keep up. Computers were slow, memory was expensive, and the data needed to train these intelligent systems was scarce. Funding dried up, research labs were shuttered, and many believed the AI dream had died. It seemed that building a thinking machine was far more difficult than anyone had imagined. The field fell silent, waiting for a thaw. And that thaw came in the 1990s. A new approach, machine learning, began to gain traction. Instead of programming rules by hand, researchers started creating systems that could learn from data. This was the era of neural networks, algorithms, inspired by the human brain. The comeback was officially announced in 1997 when IBM's supercomputer, Deep Blue, defeated the reigning world chess champion, Garry Kasparov. It was a monumental event. Chess, a game of deep strategy and intuition, had been conquered by a machine. At the same time, the internet was exploding, creating a vast ocean of data and connecting computers worldwide. AI had found its fuel and was ready for a revolution. Then came the 2010s, and the revolution turned into an explosion. Three key ingredients came together perfectly. Big data from the internet. Powerful GPUs originally made for gaming and advanced deep learning algorithms. This combination unleashed a wave of breakthroughs that stunned the world. Google's AlphaGo defeated the world's best Go player, a game infinitely more complex than chess. Self-driving cars started navigating our streets. And then came tools like ChatGPT and DALL-E, which could write poetry, create art, and hold conversations, blurring the lines between human and machine creativity. I was no longer in the lab. It was in our phones, our homes, our hospitals, and our art studios. It had quietly woven itself into the fabric of daily life. So where do we go from here? The future of AIs is a story with two sides. On one hand, the promise is immense. Hyper-personalized medicine, solutions to climate change, and new frontiers of scientific discovery and creative expression. On the other hand, there are real risks we must confront. Job displacement from automation, the spread of misinformation through deep algorithmic bias, and profound questions about control and ethics. The story of AI began as a distant dream in science fiction, but it's no longer a story we just watch or read. It's a story we are all now living and writing together. AI began as science fiction. Now it's shaping our reality. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through time. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the future. See you next time!